5 interesting facts you might not have heard about Leonardo DiCaprio. Leonardo DiCaprio is known around the world for his remarkable acting career, which he started as early as 5 years old. Through the years, Leo received numerous awards that recognized his unfailing commitment and dedication to the craft. Beside his stellar works in television and film, DiCaprio also earned the world's respect and adoration for his environmental activism and philanthropy. In this video, we're going to take a look at some of the interesting facts about this dashing thespian. Number 5. The hate for his trendy Titanic hairdo. The record-breaking success of James Cameron's 1998 movie, Titanic, helped push DiCaprio's celebrity status to a whole new level. He became crazy famous overnight, not only in the US, but his fame reverberated in all parts of the world, including in Afghanistan. But it wasn't received positively in this particular country. You see, around the time Titanic hit the cinemas, the Taliban forces had already been taking control on much of Afghanistan. The newly installed government had already banned the use of devices like TV and video players, wherein the Afghan people could get their dose of entertainment. But nothing could stop the spread of the Titanic fever. And in a matter of time, the Afghan youth culture caught it too. One of the movie's apparent influences was the hairstyle worn by Leo's character, Jack Dawson. The hero's straight, very casual-looking but no-nonsense hairstyle earns a huge following, especially among the rebellious teenagers in Afghanistan, who were looking to get the same haircut for their locks. This didn't bode well with the government, who saw it as a symbol of pride in the Western culture. The Taliban outlawed the wearing of the popular boyish haircut throughout the land. Teenagers and barbers caught red-handed were being imprisoned for the trendy hairdo. Number 4. Full-bloodied acting? While Quentin Tarantino's Django Unchained caught the public's attention for its unique take on the issue of slavery and racism in America, its success can also be attributed to the actors who literally went out on a limb to portray their characters. DiCaprio, for instance, cut his hand while filming for his role as the slaver Monsieur Calvin J. Candy. Despite the blood oozing from his hand, Leo kept moving through the scene, never breaking character. He later required stitches for that wound. Another famous instance wherein Leo did the unthinkable was when he took a bite on a raw bison liver. You have to know that the Golden Globe Award hoarder is a practicing vegetarian. It would be a mortal sin for the likes of him to even touch an animal's carcass. But the Aviator star made an exception for The Revenant. In his interview with The Variety, DiCaprio described the experience of eating an actual uncooked bison liver, which according to him was quite disgusting. As evident in the final cut of the film, DiCaprio revealed that the reaction he showed was 100% genuine. Number 3. Raised $11 million for environmental causes. DiCaprio is one of Hollywood's ardent advocates for environmental causes. When not in front of the camera, the actor serves in the boards of the World Wildlife Fund and the Natural Resources Defense Council. His foundation, the Leonardo DiCaprio Foundation, recently made the news this year for raising more than $11 million, which will be used to fund several environmental projects. This also marked the 20th anniversary of the foundation. Aside from a number of A-list celebrities like Tobey Maguire, Mark Ruffalo, Edward Norton, and Naomi Campbell, the event in Santa Rosa, California was graced by the world-renowned primatologist Jane Goodall. Number 2. Childless actor with a daughter. The Bachelor, who apparently has a penchant for supermodels, still hasn't gotten offspring, although technically speaking, he is already a father to a girl back in South Africa. During the filming of Blood Diamond, DiCaprio worked with 24 orphaned children from the SOS Children's Village in Maputo, Mozambique. He showered the children there with attention and care, but he made a close connection with this one particular girl. He adopted the unnamed child, but instead of taking her back to the States, Leo opted to send her a monthly check to make up for her personal living expenses and food. The two are also in regular communication. Number 1. Near-death experiences. This silver screen darling had a brush with death on more than one occasion. In an interview, Leo revealed that his first close encounter with the afterlife was on a commercial airline flight headed to Russia around 2009. He said that he saw with his own eyes the entire wing of the plane explode. The engines of the plane were shut down and made to glide. The pilots tried to boot up the engines and were able to make an emergency landing in New York. His second ill-fated moments happened while on a thrill-seeking underwater adventure with the great white sharks in South Africa. In a terrifying situation, DiCaprio actually got stuck in a cage with a gigantic great white. What happened was the tuna they intended to feed the sharks got stuck on the top of the shark cage. The great white leapt out and tried to grab a bite of the fish. By doing so, it went straight into the cage with the actor inside. Luckily, the shark was just too big for the cage that half of its body was stuck outside. Leo flattened down at the bottom of the cage and waited for the shark to flip itself out of the containment. DiCaprio said he has the moment caught on video. The third time his luck in life got tested was on a skydive. His first parachute came tangled, forcing his diving companion to cut it free. The second chute was knotted as well. He said that while in midair, he thought that they would just plummet towards their deaths. Luckily, after quite a hefty shaking, the knot unraveled. He and his diving expert landed hard and walked away, scot-free. Perhaps that served as a warning. DiCaprio said he no longer skydives. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this.